doing my 2015 beauty favorites. So if you would like to see some of the products that were my favorite this year, or I guess technically last year, please just keep watching. Okay, starting with skincare, these are my two absolute favorites of 2015. They are the Purity by Philosophy. This one is a face wash and this one is just a makeup remover, but I feel like this is more than just a makeup remover. It just makes your skin feel so amazing after you're done using it. So these two together are awesome. First of all, I take off my makeup with these wipes and then I go over that with my face wash, and I just wash my face with my Clarisonic. So these two together are awesome. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about are foundations. Now, I went through a bunch of foundations this last year trying to figure out which one I really liked the best, which one was my favorite, and which one looked good with my skin. At the beginning of the year, my favorite foundation was Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation. I'm in the shade 2.1. This is amazing. It's hydrating because I have very dry skin. So this was perfect for, you know, everyday wear. It didn't look too cakey. It didn't look, you know, real dry. You couldn't see my dry patches on my skin. It was just perfect. So this is my first favorite this year. My second favorite that I debated for a long time whether I wanted to get this or not, and I finally just convinced myself that I needed it in my life. And it's the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. It's very liquidy. You have to shake it up before you use it, and it comes with a little pump. I really like this. The one downside it had to it was it would almost slide off my face. Like if I would be on the phone, like if I had my phone up like this and holding my phone with my cheek or something, I would take my phone away from my face and I would have makeup all over it. That's after I set it and powder, like I did everything and it still would come off. Cover-wise though, it was my absolute favorite. It only took like maybe 2 drops for a full coverage. It wasn't thick, it was very luminous like it says. I liked it, but I would usually mix it with other foundations just to get that extra coverage. Now this last one is my tried and true. I discovered it late this year. It's amazing. Like it's by far my favorite foundation I have ever used to this day. I really didn't think I would like a foundation that much, but this is definitely one of my favorites. It's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm in the shade Natural Beige. This is amazing. Again, it's another pump applicator. Maybe 1 pump, maybe 2 pumps if I'm like really needing the extra coverage. But this is such a full coverage foundation, but it's very comfortable. It's very wearable. It doesn't slip off my face like the NARS one did. So if I had to pick between these 3 foundations, I would pick this one. I wish I would have bought this one sooner because I love it. I wear it for every day. I wear it when I'm going out. It's just the perfect foundation. It can be, it's for oily skin. If you have oily skin, use a good mattifying primer and set it with some powder. Or if you have dry skin, just wear this alone. You don't even need to set it. It's just perfect. I love this foundation. I'm going to talk about concealers next. These are my 2 favorite concealers this year. I saw Jaclyn Hill did a review on this concealer, and she's been a MAC Pro Longwear concealer lover, diehard #1 fan for as long as she's been on YouTube. And she said she found a new favorite concealer. And if Jaclyn Hill found a new favorite concealer that replaces her MAC Pro Longwear concealer, it's the shit. So I had to buy it. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Concealer. Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I'm in the shade Light Neutral. It's actually a little too light for me. It's definitely one of my favorites. It has the very lightweight consistency that MAC Pro Longwear has when you first put it on, but it just blends out so much smoother. It doesn't get into those little fine lines. It's just amazing. So I used this for the majority of this year. In the last, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months, I discovered, thanks to Blusher Luxe, Katie, for the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I'm in the shade Neutral Medium. It is amazing. It has collagen and vitamin C and K in it. It comes with a little squeeze applicator, which I wasn't really sure about this, honestly, because I don't like getting my fingers dirty when I'm doing my makeup. I like to use brushes. But the best way for me to apply this is just put a little bit on my finger, tap it in, and then blend the rest out with a brush. 2 favorite concealers, It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage Foundation, whatever that is. I have a couple favorite bronzers that I use this year. The first one being my tried and true Benefit Hoola. As you can tell, this is very well loved. I don't have the brush. It's somewhere over there in my little brush collection. But I use this a lot. It's good for just bronzing, or if you want to take the actual precision brush, you can chisel out your cheekbones or whatever. It's just a very good matte bronzer. Love it. Today is milk chocolate Soleil. It smells like chocolate. It smells so good. But I love it just because they have a couple different shades. They have the milk chocolate, which is the lighter of the two. They have a dark chocolate Soleil. But definitely these two are my favorite bronzers for sure. Moving on to brow products. Obviously Anastasia Beverly Hills has been slaying the brow game lately. This is my Brow Wiz. The Brow Wiz has a little spoolie on the end, and the other one is just a mechanical pencil. You can twist it up, twist it down. It's perfect to mimic the fine brow hairs. It looks very natural. So normally when I do my brows, I do this first, and then I also pair it with the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel. It's what it says it is. It's a clear brow gel. I remember in high school we used to put hairspray on our brows. Like we would spray our face and like wipe our brows down. This is a little bit more effective. It's actually meant for your brows. It's amazing. It keeps your brows in place. It just helps. Like I remember you guys know the picture of the girl who like hit or something. It's like a t-shirt, or she hit her head on something and like her brow came off. Like, you don't want that. This will help you. So people ask me all the time what I use to contour. There's a lot of new contour products out there right now. I jumped on the contour bus way too early, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I don't want to buy a bunch of products for highlighting and contouring when I have tried and true, my old faithful. I've already gone through 2 of these pans of the banana powder. By the way, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. You can't even read the front of it because I use it so much. This is like my #1 in my kit. Anytime I go do someone's makeup, this is right next to me. I need this in my life. It has 6 shades. Obviously these 2 I use the most. This is Fawn. Does this have the names of the shades? No, it doesn't. So this one is a vanilla powder. They're all very smooth, all very, they feel great. They feel great. They're very smooth powders. So this is vanilla, banana. I believe this one is Fawn. This is a very light, matte sculpting powder, I guess you could say. This one right here is a highlight. I'm not a huge fan of this highlight just because it's really chalky, it seems like. It doesn't transfer well onto my skin, but that's just me. And these are the 3 bronzers. I wouldn't call them bronzers. I mean, you can use them as a bronzer if you want. These 2 on the end are very red toned, and I don't look good in red tones at all. I usually stick with the lighter brown. But this is by far my favorite contour kit. I don't want to say it's my favorite contour kit because I haven't really tried any other ones. But this is definitely my favorite. It's not the best, it may not be the best. I know NYX has a couple new contouring products. They have their own little version of the contour kit, and it's amazing, I heard, but this is my favorite. My favorite part about doing makeup is highlighting. I love highlighters, and last year, technically I got this in 2014, but I used it every single day of 2015. I got this for Christmas 2 years ago, and it's lasted me a long time, and it's Becca Opal, and I'm so devastated by this that I can't open this because, I guess I can. I'm gonna make a mess. I shattered it, like full on shattered it. I don't know how this happened. I know there's like a way to fix it with alcohol or something, but I don't know if I want to do that. Anyway, but this was my favorite highlighter of all time. This is Opal by Becca. It's the perfect shade for me because I'm not too tan, but I'm also not too pale where this is like too much for me. This is just like the perfect neutral highlight for me. And then this is my second favorite highlighter. It is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's called So Hollywood. It's a very gold highlighter. Look at that. I mean, just look at that. It's so beautiful. I have it on have it on my cheeks right now. Where did that highlight go? So anyway, this is mine. Anastasia Beverly Hills has amazing products in general, but this is definitely one of my favorites just because it is my favorite highlighter. Love it. Alright, so favorite eyeshadows of this year definitely has to be Makeup Geek. Their eyeshadows are my favorite. No eyeshadow brand is ever going to be able to replace Makeup Geek eyeshadows. The quality of these shadows are amazing. You can tell which ones I use the most. Obviously, I'm a neutral girl. These right here get the most love. So Makeup Geek is amazing at eyeshadows. I picked these out. I think these shadows are about $6 a piece, which you can just get like 2 or 3 at a time. You know, buy yourself a little Z palette. It's magnetic. It's perfect. Throw it in your kit. Makeup Geek eyeshadows are the shit. Anyone who says otherwise, you probably haven't tried them, and I feel sorry for you. So, try these. Try them. I mean, just look at that. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. These are my 2 favorite lip products of 2015. This is MAC Whirl, and this is Kat Von D's Lolita liquid lipstick. These 2 paired together are the perfect like mauve, but not too dark. It's a wearable mauve is what I would call it. So these 2 together is what I'm wearing right now. They're amazing. MAC Whirl lip liner and Lolita Kat Von D liquid lipstick. My 2 favorite. My 2 favorite lip products of the year right here. So my last favorite of 2015 have got to be my makeup brushes. And specifically my Morphe brushes. Let me put these down real quick. I remember being introduced to these brushes through, who was it? I think it was Jaclyn Hill that introduced me to Morphe. I thank her so much for that. And anytime someone asks me, Kelsie, you know, what kind of makeup brushes do you like? You know, where do I find some inexpensive makeup brushes? And it's like, it doesn't even, I don't even have to think about it. Morphe. Morphe. I'm gonna go over a couple of mine. I've used these brushes so much that their names aren't even on the brush anymore. But these are just a couple of my favorites. They have a couple different lines. Like for instance, the Gunmetal edition, this is a G2. This is the perfect tapered brush to set your under eye with, like whether you're setting concealer or if you're applying concealer with this is great. This is the Morphe M441. It's just a perfect blending brush. I just use this right in my crease. It's perfect to blend other eyeshadows out with. These are the 2 brushes that I have from the MB collection. This one is a dual fiber. I would consider this to be a blending brush. This is what I use this brush for. When I do my contour, my bronzer, my highlighter, after I'm done doing my contour, it can look a little bit muddy. You know, just kind of dirty, I guess is what I would call it. I just use this brush and I just go over it and just blend everything out. This is my best friend when it comes to contouring because contours can look very harsh sometimes, and if you don't do it the right way, it'll look awful. So I use this and I just blend everything out. So this is my best friend. This is another Morphe Black edition. It's another duo fiber. It's perfect for blending. This is what I use to set down my transition shade in my crease. And I just kind of go crazy with it. I love this brush for sure. This is what I use to contour with. It's a little dirty. I just did my makeup today, so don't judge me. This is the Morphe M405, and it's just a good contour brush. It's angled. And what I do is I just, you know, get my contour kit and I take this and I just use the very edges of it and I contour with it. I contour the side of my face, I contour my jawline, trying to get rid of the double chin. So this is what I use to contour with, and it's been amazing. These brushes have very minimal shedding to them as well. So sometimes with my Real Techniques brushes, whenever I'm, you know, doing whatever with the hairs will fall out. And I hate that because then you have to like pick at your face to get those little hairs out, and it's very awkward. This is what I usually use. If I'm using a brush to put on my foundation instead of my beauty blender, this is what I'll use. This is the Morphe M439. It's a very, put these brushes down, damn. It's a very dense brush. So you can either use it, I'll usually pump some foundation on my hand, dab it in this, dab it all over my face, and then start buffing it in. But this is definitely a very awesome brush for putting on your foundation. This is another good blending brush. This is the Morphe M330 or M330. Has a little bit of a tapered head to it. This is really good for, this is what I use it for. I use it for contouring my nose, just because it's, you know, whenever you do a nose contour, you don't want it to be too intense. So I either use this as a nose contour or as like a crease blending brush. So this is, I don't know the name of this brush. I use it every single day. I take this with like a dark eyeshadow, and instead of lining my lids, I'll go right underneath my waterline and I'll just darken that up, and then I'll go in with this brush, which is a pencil brush. First of all, this is what this one looks like. It's a little square, and this one is the pencil. So when I'm done putting the dark shadow underneath my lash line, I'll take this brush, the pencil brush, and I go in and I just blend everything out. You don't want a very harsh line under your eyes, or at least I don't. Everyone can do their makeup however they want to. But I take this and I just really blend out the eyeshadow and just kind of make a very smoky lash line. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my 2015 beauty favorites. I had quite a few, as you can tell. I actually had to narrow them down, so this isn't even all the ones that made it to my little list that I made. But anyway, so these are my favorites. If you have any other beauty favorites that you thought I should have mentioned because they're bomb, let me know in the comments below. Also, I will put the link to every single product that I listed down in the description bar below in case you would like to know where to get these at. So go ahead and thumbs up this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're not already. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you at my next video.